Water management is becoming very critical as global warming and other environmental situations and conditions persist and begin to be initiated. Here you have some containers that these size could hold about 250 gallons. And I guess some places are made with such limited space, but they could make them maybe 1,000 gallons, and they're very flimsy, so they're cheap. We should install these in houses, and individuals could use that to water their lawns, wash their cars, wash the pave, maybe even wash, perhaps it's rainwater. And it's going to use less soap and the whole 9 yards because there's no sort of heavy minerals in it. And the water in the mains could be used to sell. They could sell it down to LA from Oakland and for farming and so on, and then reserve it. Now, of course, the city needs to make money, so they sell the water to make money to do a variety of things. Well, instead of selling it to these residents so cheap, they could sell it to LA. LA pay any amount of money for water, since they have industries that are water hungry and thirsty. Huh? Now, on the other hand, if the city wants, then they could have tankers. They could, join these up in various ways, and the tankers could go and get the water up and take it to, to the plant to do whatever processing they want. Of course, I mean, if they were to run it into the sewer, it's gonna have to go and purify it and so on. Whereas if they were to truck it in, I guess it's gonna cost something to truck it in, but it mightn't be as much, perhaps. So I'm thinking that a lot of floods. You see, a flood is just one raindrop adding on to the next and the others and so forth. And if we could minimize the amount of the water that gets into the elsewhere, other than being collected in a constructive and useful way like this, we could save flooding and we could save the water. Now, water basically is so essential, and it's critical, because what happens when it rains, the water runs into the drain on the street and it picks up a whole variety of pollutants. I thought they used to sort of process it, but what I understand here in Oakland, they will try to process out some things, maybe gasoline, diesel, some other things, but there's some ugly stuff that's getting in the water when it runs and gets down to the reservoir. So they even can't let it go into the ocean. I understand they have to do some purification, and it's not portable, but then they could now sell it to big concerns, golf courses and other places that they need water, but it's not the portable quality that people could drink. Now, I can understand that, because I thought they were doing that, and but somebody who's in the water board situation explained that the water is too contaminated for that. I don't know. I don't see how you could improve that, because you're running on the road, you have the oil from the road, you have various other things, oil from cars that dripping on the road. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I will have a tour of the water processing situation and get a first-hand experience and explanation. But I see they take water from the sewer, and I recall this legislator in Ohio or some of those states and cities. They were showing him that they could take the water from the sewer, smelling pungent, and with pieces of paper and feces and so on, and they would purify it in different phases, and the water becomes very portable and drinkable. And what happened? This lawmaker, he didn't see that. All it's clear. This was the first process, the second process, the third process, and perhaps there's a process that is really now portable and could be used by humans. So he took one and drank it, and that was the wrong one. So they had to take him to the hospital to do, precautionary maneuvers and so forth. And probably they could test some of it and see what's in it to, know what he might be affected with. So if they could do that for the sewer, I don't know. The latrine water, I don't know how they can do it for the road, but as I said, they're untold chemicals on the road situation, whereas in the sewer it's just urea and whatever and so on. But these containers here, I think, will go a far way in reducing flooding, and you have water that you could use for a variety of ways. Collect it in a big truck by connecting a whole street and have just one outlet, or individually or whatever. Either they're going to use it for themselves or they're going to let the government come and take it. We need to manage our water resources because it's coming in rain and that's it. You got to manage it. Take it and put it into the estuary for the fish or whatever. But we need to manage it better.